This crystal skull failed, and this crystal skull worked.
I'd been growing crystals for about 2 years, and I wanted to start growing on skulls. But I didn't have any skulls, and I wasn't really sure where to get any. But I was following some people that did have skulls, and so I reached out to one of them. I asked a creator named Jay Schatz if he would be willing to let me have a skull to give it a try. So I asked him if he would send me a skull, and I would try to grow crystals on it for free and send it back to him. He agreed, and he sent me a pheasant skull. I had a beautiful pink crystal, a manganese sulfate. I'd grown the crystal for a couple months, and I'd let it air dry for over a month, and I hadn't had any problems yet, so I figured it would be okay. I was wrong. I worked on the skull for over a month, and I did have some learning curves. Some of the problems I had was it was really hard to get the crystals to actually stick to the skulls. I first overcame this by let the skull soak in the liquid overnight, and then I let it completely dry, allowing seed crystals to form on the skull surface. I let the crystals grow for about a month, and they grew pretty large, and they looked really good. When it was all finished, I let it dry off, and then I covered it in clear spray paint, thinking that would be enough. I got it all wrapped up, and I sent it back to Jay Schatz. At first, he really liked it, and it looked really good. But after about 2 weeks, it had already started to grow little white patchy spots, which continued to grow until the whole crystal had dried out into this white, chalky look. If you touched the crystals, they would start to crumble. Fortunately, he did like it, but it was obviously a failure. And I got super embarrassed and felt like a total failure. After a couple days, I reached back out to him and I asked him if I could just do one more and I would try something new. So he agreed, and he sent me out another skull. And this time, I used a different kind of crystal. I used Jacquard brand alum. This is a much more stable crystal, and it's normally white, but when you add the chrome to it, it turns it a nice purple color. I posted pictures of it on Instagram, and it became my biggest post. After I finished this project, it gave me the confidence to pivot to skulls. These crystal problems will pop up throughout my journey. Now I've learned that casting into resin is an option for fragile crystals like manganese sulfate. I make content about growing crystals and sharing my life. If that resonates with you, consider joining the Crystal Crew.